think the one girl, like in the second they called it, but then after she found out she broke that girl's rib.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Her first pro-am fight, we didn't find out till after that chick had won the 115-pound national title, and she beat her. So fuck everybody.
Yeah.
See, there's all this other stuff you don't know. So you hear this and it's kind of like, yeah, and I'm like, This group, and there's a handful more that couldn't make it. They done phenomenal shit. They did the impossible, but they did the work. You keep hearing that, the work. I keep saying it, and it's like, everyone out, yeah, and you bitch and complain, and you don't really try, and this and that, and I'm thinking, okay, but you want to be a gangster? How? I mean, if you know something I don't, please tell me. I keep saying, I know, the only thing I see technology is change, but as a human and what you got to do, that ain't changed. I mean, did I miss it? So, one last phenom and then we'll get to work. Matt, please, I brag on you. Come on, Matt. Oh, Matt. Matt, listen. I'll preface and I'll let him do his thing.
I don't know. I had a motorcycle accident when I was, I think, around 40 and just ruined my right arm. So it was probably like 5 years of surgeries and being crippled and recovering and all that. And then I just decided I needed to pick up a sport. You know, I was like, fuck, I was an athlete and now I'm just kind of crippled, you know. And I thought I needed to do something more with my legs. Obviously, I was right-handed, you know, and I lost my right arm pretty much. So my genius idea was like, I don't like soccer, you know, I hate soccer, so what about Thai boxing, you know what I mean? I don't know what I was thinking, you know, but they didn't have Instagram or anything, but I remember I think it was a YouTube video. I was like, you know, Muay Thai, Oceanside, and there was one of Ruben's videos, and I was like, fuck, this guy looks pretty serious, you know, maybe, you know, because I was thinking, like, they're just going to laugh at me, right? I'm going to walk in fat with one arm and be like, I want to do Muay Thai, you know? So I thought, well, this guy seems pretty serious. I'll go talk to him, you know? And I came in here, and just looking back, it just seems hilarious, because it was just a weird, bad brainstorm. But he was like, oh, yeah. He's like, if you want to learn, I can teach you, you know. And I remember thinking, like, oh shit, you know, what was I going to say? You know, I was like, all right. So, you know, I basically didn't even want to come to class. I told him I'd do 10 privates, and I didn't even have a goal. You know, I think my goal was just to learn how to hit the bag enough to like lose some weight, you know. And it just progressed from there. You know, I got better, came to class, and then I did some sparring, and you know, I ended up having some fights, and you know, it's been, I don't know how many years. I'm 50, almost 58, and I'm still, I don't train as much, but I'm still into it, you know what I mean? It's still like a big part of my identity, you know, and it's, I don't know, it's hard to put it into words. It basically, like, this place kind of like put me back together mentally, you know, like it just made me more comfortable with the body I had, you know, just having a fucked up arm. I don't care anymore, you know, it's like, I might not be able to kick your ass, but maybe I might. You know what I mean? It's a possibility. You know what I mean? And that's all I needed. You know, like that sounds stupid to need that, but that's how I'm wired, and it kind of put me back together that way. And I mean, you can't really put a price on that, you know. And it's also like a resource. You know, once I was coming regularly, because I would get in trouble in my life, and you can just throw yourself in here, you know, throw yourself back into it, and you know, you can't be thinking about anything else when you're in here. You can't. You're just, for whatever length of time you're sparring or whatever, you're focused on that, and you know, that's a big, I don't know what, medicinal thing, you know. I think to just be like totally focused on something other than your problems or whatever it is, you know. But anyway, I don't want to get all philosophical, but good to be here. It's good to see a lot of people I haven't seen in a long time, and yeah, that's the end of it for me.
I guess just in summation, you that are new, relatively new, now you heard the reiteration and echoes of shit I've been saying all along. Only thing I can say is I hope you make use of it And if you want to talk to them, because some of you got, if I said that, like, you remind me of somebody, you might want to talk to them, get some pointers. I'm serious. You remind me of somebody, you might want to get some pointers and talk to them. They get to you raw and real. The performance part has not changed. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. So yeah, teaching this and that, whatever, but and you just concentrate, you hear from every single one of them, is that fucking work. It makes you or it breaks you. So, and Matt's a fucking phenom over there, because he came out, I think 46 or I can't remember what age he was, and did the impossible. I knew it wasn't, impossible, but he had to see it. He listened though, and that man did the work. To come in that late in life and then compete eventually at semi-pro and did well, what fucking excuse you got? You don't. I keep saying it, it's a choice. It's a fucking choice. And I got rid of B and C because I got sick of looking at it. You read up there and said beast or bitch. And if you need me to explain it, well, then you define yourself by default. So, I don't want to hurt your feelings, but fuck your feelings. That shit just slid right out my mouth, didn't it?
I don't want to hear your feelings, but I don't care.
All right, y'all get together and punch each other in the face.
The Y.O.D. podcast with the one and only Ajan Rubin. Be sure to visit www.theyodpodcast.com for all things Y.O.D.
Keep it.
I was in the started. I kept moving up to the ring, and I was sent up to fight someone in the ring. So I kept moving up and people watching a lot, and I finally got in the ring and started falling, fighting me a lot.
And didn't you conquer all your fears? Yes. You doubted yourself, and now all of a sudden you're like, well, let's go. You're welcome. Little badass.
The hard work, and obviously people don't have the same type of work ethic that they can get it. But one thing you taught us is keep your mouth shut, be humble, because you don't know, like when you said you're going to defend yourself, who will roll up on, don't tell them what you're about. And the other thing is, I think, where whenever we got comfortable or anybody was at that level, you always said you're always going to keep working to get better. There's no stopping.
No.
So this, do it and do the work. Once you get comfortable, on to the next step. And that's just one thing, to never give up. I just want to say I'm just so thankful for it, because all the decisions I've made, it was never give up. Don't get complicit. If you're complicit, you got a problem. And that was from training. Like you said, it's not about excuses or that hard work. Once you're complicit, then that means you should learn more, because there's so much more to learn. And just from where you've come up, like I said about the prejudices in the gym, people lying, like going to see people get set up and not knowing, but now you could see and you're like, oh man, I've taken my kids into, some gym where they lived, and I'm talking to people, and you could tell that they're not working them out like how they should. And then they're like, yeah, you'll be fighting next month. And I was just sitting there like, oh my God, like just shaking my head. But the quality and even be recognized in Thailand as I talked about ground up to where the gym was, and that recognition, and wrestling fights. Like I said, that it's a lot deeper for that foundation of it, and I don't think I would have made it out here, been the person that it's that mindset. So just always work harder, and I just want to say thank you.
Y'all, it's my pleasure. Y'all are like the living examples of all the principles. And not to beat them up, but I can only say it so much. But then now there's a face and a voice to it, and they're hearing you guys echo. Because I can just tell with them, and I know the generation has changed. I'm like, ain't nobody can do all that work. I'm like, yeah, they did, dummies. Yeah, they did. And those that are elite still do. It's just, but you know me, I'll never give up.
No.
As you say, I'm gonna keep preaching and keep teaching.
Right.
And maybe 1 out of 30 will listen. But I'm gonna do my part till I die. And you too.
But that's that quality, and I mean, that's what you teach, and it comes from the soul.
Yes.
You know, it's just for that lifetime, it'll take everyone else to whatever they believe spiritually is the next life, it's just going to make us warriors. You're going to grow. So,
100%.
I mean, I just, like I said, thank you.
Shit, all right. First and foremost, you know, I wouldn't be the man I am today if I didn't make it. I mean, I don't know. You might be the most influential person in my success in my entire life.
Oh man.
I'm almost crying. I'll be honest. You have no idea what you mean to me. And you know, I gotta say one of the best days of my life is when you came in my classroom for that period.
I remember.
To have you in my room. I don't know if you realize that meant to me, but it was fucking amazing.
Oh.
You know, because as I said, like, I was a broken person when I walked in that gym, you know. I was a college athlete before, but you're the first person that told me I was a good athlete. Oh, think about how crazy that shit is. You know, I didn't have any belief in myself. I had no confidence.
Yeah.
None. You know, and you didn't. I remember you told me later you didn't think I would make it either, but I did. And I just want to thank you for everything. I wouldn't have her, my wife, my house, my success. I don't know where I'd get it. I don't know what I would do.
You found it.
Yeah, but like you brought it out of me like no one else ever did, and like I feel like I have a really good life now. And, like,
You do, man.
And
Shit.
you had I don't know. Yeah, you had a bigger part of that than anyone else besides me. I never told you. And I never told really nobody, and I never really talked about it, but my wife knows. But yeah, I don't know, I can't never thank you enough. That's what she's doing, you know? There's nothing I can ever do to pay you.
Well, I tell you what. Yes, you can. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
I love you, Ashan. You're like,
Love you too, man.
You do my life. Man, I tell you, the best thing I ever did my whole life was walking alone. There, walking. I wouldn't, nothing would be the same. So I'm happy I got the opportunity to tell you. And wow. It's like, yeah, huge.
Well,
huge.
Duke said that how she sees it, that I live my purpose in life. She said most people don't figure out what theirs is. She goes, Dad, you did.
Yep, and you allowed me to do it. Right? And
Pass it on.
Yeah, and it's like, we carried on to the community.
Yes.
It's huge, so it's like, you know, I'm a disciple of you. You teach Thai boxing, I teach history, but it's the same. It's the same. So thank you for everything, and I'm happy, you know, I get to still being here. We raise the next generation up.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Well, my life. You the man.
It's a capsule. Y.O.D, Y.O.D, Y.O.D. I'm the young old dude with the new ology. Leader of the new school, old mentality. Got the loose Twitter fingers. You following me? Yeah. Over your head, got too much knowledge. Graduated in games, season no salting. Outlast today, don't need no nostalgic. I'm over 38, performing like a freshman in college. I'm the youngest old dude you know. Motive with life change, effortless with the flow. Atta boy, oh, you ain't know? This man against time, and this time just had to go. Let me vest 20 pounds of haters and run some more. Steadily getting the lap, I stride around goals. Lost it, I found it and winning. How I catch a bunch of L's, I quarterback the beginning. Yelling Y.O.D. Yeah, I'm a young old dude. Learn the rules like a pro, taking students to school. Y.O.D. Up in the gym, dropping mad jewels. Still hungry, stay seasoned, play mad fool. Y.O.D. Stay on my grind, it's that mastermind. Like wine, I get better with time. Y.O.D. Oh, you ain't heard about me. Got everybody in the city saying Y.O.D.
And you pay attention when I call out certain things, and when whoever does what I say, it works. It's not about emotion, not about ego. It's a science. You got to stay focused on the science, though. You got it? So it's your coachability, how well you can listen, follow instruction, and don't quit. And you got to repeat that, repeat, and don't take it personal. It's hard to not take it personal when you get punched in the face and it hurt. It's way hard. But you got to remember that though. Got it? All right, wake up. See you Monday. That was good.